A Category 5 hurricane tore through Jamaica, and places like St. Elizabeth took the worst of it. Watching it online, hearing the stories, it didn't feel real. I needed to see the truth up close. Walking through the streets, the reality of what had happened finally hit me. The fear, the loss, the struggles. Every person, every face that I saw had a story to tell, and it's told through the people's story.
And I lose everything.
Coming out nice storm, serious, you know.
Everybody have to run. It's a heavier storm coming. So early off the roof, and that is what happened.
And this one I know when me this, me see make a spin and me just do some book and running like a concrete room there.
What is so?
Spend 4 hours in a storm outside.
Nothing leave, nothing.
I'm traveling with a few other creators with over 300 care packages combined.
Father God, as we leave out, we go St. Elizabeth, go give out a care package here. And ask if a guy will protect up on the road from all evil and bring one back safe. Yeah, man.
Amen.
Right, you know?
We accumulated over 300 care packages to give to the people of St. Elizabeth. Majority of the items within those care packages were generously donated by donors, but more on them later. We know we're going there to help, we know it's serious, but as we drive through the hills, the valleys, and even the capital of Jamaica itself, we laughed, we joked, we felt like we were on an adventure of a lifetime. We felt as if going to St. Elizabeth and helping the people there was our calling. But little did we know, just a few miles ahead, the devastation, the heartbreak. Here you go. This affair. You're welcome, this affair here. And the unimaginable reality awaits us. Right now we're there. Toll. I'm not sure exactly, like 100% where we are. Like this exact spot, but I guess it's a halfway point, maybe not, because we have a couple more miles to go. Everything packed up in the car. We have a few more persons that's with us as well. As we drive deeper and deeper towards St. Elizabeth, towards Black River, the destruction becomes impossible to ignore. Broken homes, damaged roads, debris everywhere. It's just getting bigger and bigger for miles and miles. Finally, we reached Holland Bamboo, a place I've always wanted to visit, known for its beautiful and scenic charm. But today, there's barely any bamboo at all. The devastation has swallowed it. This might be the only glimpse I ever get for years to come. We pushed on and finally arrived at one of the many communities hit hardest by Hurricane Melissa. The destruction is everywhere. Churches, schools, banks, government buildings, all damaged or destroyed. That's up by Stets. I think they call it, I believe they call that high school Stets or something like that. The entire top of the high school gone. Where? Oh. This is the front. Damn, I get that. Is that the gate? Look at this. Is the barricades, like the entire school. Look at the signs. That's where the fencing, or I guess where the gate was. It's completely like down. You can see a couple of their signs right there. That's their signs. Yeah, that gone. Joshua couldn't do a better job. Yeah, students then do a very good job. Joshua couldn't do a better job. Meeting the people here, that's when we started to distribute some of the care packages. Throughout the day, however, we quickly learned how to organize ourselves so aid stretches further, making sure no one took too much because so many have nothing. And when people are desperate, desperation can turn dangerous very quickly. There are always bad actors, and we weren't with the police or any authority. So if something had happened, we would have been on our own. That's a making one, man. Yeah, making one. Yeah. No, General, no. No, right now. No, right now. Hey, hold on for this, you know. See that. As we went deeper towards Black River, the signal, the connectivity disappeared. Just like that, we were officially off the grid. No connections, no way to call for help, just us and the community we've come to help. From there, we decided to leave the more well-known areas and venture into the neighborhoods along the paths. One of them being Giddy Hall, a community barely touched by outsiders, but hit hard by the storm. And this is where reality hits. We're here at the what was the name? Giddy Hall?
That's the Giddy Hall post office. It blew down. It's not this time.
Oh.
This is a Giddy Hall Baptist church. It blew down too.
This was the post office. It's completely gone, basically. This is the Giddy Hall Community Church. Well, what's left of it, that is. It's gone. It's completely gone. This church is 105 years old, older than me and even you watching this video. And today it's lying here in rubbles. A structure that stood for more than a century, surviving storms for generations, and history was torn apart in just a few hours by Hurricane Melissa. This is Giddy Hall Community Church, or what's left of Giddy Hall Community Church, and the surrounding area is, let me just show you. Look at that. That's the post office. But I remember reading and listening to Fox News and hearing that wind speeds were predicted to pass 185 miles per hour. And that is what ripped through St. Elizabeth, leaving behind destructions on a level that's hard to put into words. And as we drive deeper into the community, the reality hits even harder. But before we continue, I just want to say and make something very clear. All individuals featured in this video gave full permission to being on camera. This is not a plot to make money or attention. This channel that you're watching this documentary on isn't even monetized. Our first interview was with a man whose home was almost completely destroyed. His roof was gone, his backyard washed and blown away.
Can I run? Yeah, I think you're mad, man. Run out of it. I'll go to school.
Did you have to run?
I was.
I'm glad I never get to, because coming out nice time, serious, you know.
Everybody have to run. You're on a good thing. So the next step, towards your house, you go. I don't know if you get any help, you know. There's nobody come.
Boy, no, it'll take a long time.
I hope somebody see this and maybe would have willing find some way, I don't know.
Some people you over church too? Not sure.
No, everybody are dead.
So wickedest time ever experienced?
Yeah, man. The school is left on shelter, not the church. The church, everybody dead.
Glad because the church demolished, totally demolished.
Place mash up, man.
When we go there, the top gone. And I tell you, we go.
Everything that he had worked for was destroyed, scattered throughout the community.
So we are dear Father, I know it's hard and not an easy journey, but just give God thanks you're alive and well. Yeah, man.
Rough one.
Yeah, man, you're rough for sure.
This dramatizing and emotional.
Yes, it is. But even in the middle of all this loss, there was a glimpse of hope. Volunteers from different countries came together to help him. They managed to place a tarp over what was left of his roof, temporarily protecting him from the blistering sunlight and the constant rain that falls. It was actually a common sight throughout not only the community but that entire side of Jamaica. Blue tarps over roofs, restaurants, hospitals, schools, government buildings. After speaking with him, we continued deeper into the community. And what we saw next was something that honestly stopped us right in our tracks. Just a few feet away from us was the remains of a church flattened completely to the ground. But right next to that was a small group of persons, church members, still holding Sunday service. We managed to connect with a few individuals, neighbors, that were badly affected, like many, by Hurricane Melissa. This includes not only their house, but their livestock, pigs, chickens, and their farms itself.
So up here, say, did you have any?
Yeah, man, out here, so maybe.
What's that?
Want me get out of here, go down the bottom because. So well then, is a heavier storm coming. So you lift off the roof and that is what happened.
It's sorrel.
Yes, this is sorrel. This is,
So over this is potato.
over there is a potato and we're going to the yam ground. And the breeze destroy the sorrel. It will have about 2 weeks before it's
Actually.
ready.
Oh.
Mash up everything.
So your farm was your source of income?
Yes. And I lose everything. Yam, goat,
How many goats?
3 goat, 2 ewe and 1 ram. Lose all of them.
She got one.
Yes, 1 ram. Yes. So you can walk and see it. Let's go. And this is the yam ground. See the yam?
Oh, this is a yam field.
This is the yam field.
Yeah, man, destroy.
Yes. See it? All of it. This is the yam ground.
Totally demolished. Yam ground.
Yes. Well, I don't know how long this will take, but everything destroyed. But next year before.
Well, man, you get a big setback then.
Yeah. Next year before. We're ready again.
That's a big setback.
Yeah. And I don't have any sorrel seed to plant, but next year I have to buy. Yeah. For all of it blew off. Yeah.
Try, you know? Banana tree completely destroyed.
Over here and look and see.
Wow, my girl, I feel like fish out of water. Yes, like fish out of water. When the storm over and when I look at the sorrel, I cry. Yes, but you know, I get a beating. Get a beating.
Give thanks, God.
Yes,
Life, you know?
yes, we have life. Yes, everything gone. Over there, I did have mozilla, 5 hill, a mozilla. Everything is done off the tree. You know mozilla yam?
Yeah, I know mozilla.
Yeah.
For this plant,
Yes, everything is gone. Nothing leave, nothing.
Alright, we're up by Prospect right now, but we're gonna leave and head down to Black River.
Not that bad, man.
Ground Zero. As we drive, we're still handing out care packages, and even in the midst of all that destruction, all that loss, persons are still smiling.
We are real soldier more than soldier than we have camp.
Here you go. This a fear. You're welcome. This a fear here? Yeah. Ding. But the closer we got to Black River, the more everything feels unreal. Like we're driving into the aftermath of an atomic bomb. Everything is gone. And for a minute, I just want to explain to the persons watching, whether it be overseas in another parish or wherever you are, money has no value there. What I mean by that is, even if we had given them $10,000 each, it literally wouldn't make any sense because they wouldn't have anywhere to spend it. The supermarkets gone, the hospital gone, the banks gone, everywhere, even the hardware where they would have to go to buy stuff to rebuild their homes is gone. And in this very moment, I realized that coming back from this is going to take Jamaica years. I put the drone in the air and immediately something felt wrong. Usually when I'm flying, I'm dodging light wires, light posts, buildings, trees. Something is there to dodge. I have to be careful. But today, there's quite literally nothing to dodge. The drone is just gliding over open destruction. As I flew further and further back over the sea to see everything, the destruction just wouldn't stop. I was seeing it for miles upon miles upon miles. We left Black River and pushed further, still delivering care packages, making sure not to stay in one place for too long for our own safety. We were meeting persons from everywhere, but the kids took a toll on me. While filming, we came around a corner and there they were, little kids, ages ranging from 3 years old all the way up to 12, were on the side of the road with bottles, waving down the cars because they didn't have fresh water to drink. I remember seeing them and immediately thought of my little nephew, my niece, my little sister. How easily that could have been us, and it broke me. For ethical reasons, I will not show that clip, and for personal reasons, I couldn't even edit it. It's actually still on the memory card. Crossing from St. Elizabeth into Westmoreland is where it hits me again, and you'll hear this a lot throughout the documentary. Reality hits, because it's just the truth and the best way that I can explain it. But in that very moment, I realized that destruction doesn't discriminate. Houses worth $20, $30, and even $50 million flattened, damaged, or covered in blue tarps, just like everyone else. The rich, the poor, everyone is living in the same reality now. Driving through Westmoreland, we met a Rasta man. He gave me full permission to film as he wanted to tell his story. However, I forgot to ask if I could mention his name in this documentary. So for personal reasons, we will call him Rasta. Alright people, if I'm being completely honest, we are completely lost. We have no idea where we're going. The road that they're taking, it's gonna bring us to Negril. We're trying to go to Montego Bay. Negril is on the other side of Jamaica. We are from Portland, which is on the opposite side of Jamaica. But right now we're giving some care packages to this gentleman here. His house is kind of you guys can see it. His house is completely gone. You say it blow go over there, so?
Yes, man, it did right on the top. Right back up where you stay living there.
Guys, this is JPS, the high tension wire, you know. That's the high tension wire. Yeah, high tension wire too. Dumb. I'm guessing that's a foundation, but the house blew from behind me there about 100 yards over. I this?
In Jamaica.
I this?
Where?
Where? See over there. So it blew about 100 yards.
No, it's more than. Over here, more than make a room.
Sheet of zinc, sheet, bed, pillar, everything blew. So it blew from over on the main road over here.
About 150 feet.
Yeah. Very good. I get back on the road right now because we're going back to Portland and we are miles would be an understatement. His house used to be right beside the road, but now it's sitting nearly 100 yards behind his property. The JPS high tension wire is on his house, resting on his house. What else is there? Oh, this structure did the up way. Oh, they say it and it blow it off.
And it just lift up and spin and me run out and run in a building over there.
So, where you run?
In a building over there, so the concrete building there inside of there, so for a good while, about 4 hours.
Damn.
Rain. No shelter on your head. No, fall like a baby. Yo, when me see concrete part, there's a drop. You say, bumbo clad, it a dig up all concrete. You say, no, me dead. Nah, man, you're moving up.
No, at this point in the video, I think it's my duty to warn you. If you are heading down that side and planning to give out care packages, be very, very careful as to the areas in which you go to. Although majority, 95% of the persons down there are grateful and will cause you no harm, there are a few bad actors that stood out to me. Whenever time we were recording and I'm practically outside of the car hanging out with my camera, there would be a Jiang bike appeared randomly driving up beside the car as if they were going to grab the camera. No, that never happened, luckily, but I feel the need to warn you. At this point, we've given out over 300 care packages between the two cars that was there, probably even over 500. The sun is setting. We've been on the road since 3 a.m. and it's almost 7 p.m. Nearly 16 hours of non-stop driving, helping and documenting. We've switched drivers I don't even know how many times at this point. By this point, it's a bittersweet moment. You take a look in the trunk and majority of the boxes are empty. We are grateful that we could have came and helped, but we still feel like what we did was nothing compared to what they actually needed. 2 cars were packed from the top to the bottom. And I want to thank every donor, every supermarket, every person who supported this mission. We could not have done this without you. On the way back along the seaside, destruction is everywhere. When you look up into the hills, the mountains, not a leaf in sight. It was something you only see in Hollywood. It looks fake, it looks CGI. At this point, we are turning up towards Montego Bay to turn around to come on the other side of the island to come home. We are almost in Negril. We did not plan to drive this far, but the more we saw, it was as if we couldn't turn back. We saw something that was truly mind-boggling. It was a spring. I don't have any footage of it, but it was a spring that had appeared out of the cracks of the earth. I know it sounds like a movie. In the middle of someone's yard, in the middle of the road. It's a spring. It's not like rain wasn't falling. The place was completely dry. However, a spring had appeared. Just a random spring. And as we continued driving, I couldn't shake the thought that we should be grateful for what we have now. St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland could have easily been your parish, could have easily been Portland, could have easily been your country. Seeing the loss of jobs, homes, and people's entire livelihood, and yet just a few parishes away, just a few miles away, lives and society has gone back to normal. That contrast stings. I'm going back down there soon, so if you would like to donate or help in any way, shape, or form, you can reach out to me through my socials, and I'll also include an email in the description down below.